At 126, Logan Littlebaum, representing Harrisburg, Devon Johnson. Is it Devin Johnson, sorry. At 126, I'm sorry, I did that. At 132, Nick Toll, representing Harrisburg, KESEIM GREGG. At 138, from MECHANICSBURG.
So let me go off.
That's the difference.
From MECHANICSBURG, Michael at 170. Michael wrestling Harrisburg Isaiah Sawyers.
Go ahead, man. Go. There you go. Bobby!
Up, Michael.
Either side.
Fight, Michael. Fight. Fight on it.
And our winner, at 170, Harrisburg Isaiah Sawyers. At 182, Jonathan Sables, resident Harrisburg, Neamiah Diggs. And our winner at 182 in Harrisburg, Neamiah Diggs. At 195 from MECHANICSBURG, Jacob Shy, wrestling Harrisburg, BRUSLI Ramirez. And from Harrisburg, BRUSLI Karate, I'm sorry, BRUSLI Ramirez. All right, at 220 from MECHANICSBURG, wrestling Harrisburg, Edeil Ramirez.
Down flat. The tie-up is not a hangout. He wants to throw the pressing.
Let's go, dogs. Get tired, Aiden. Hit it.
Keep that wrist control. Let the elbow go.
And our winner at 220 from Harrisburg, Edeil Ramirez. And our winner from MECHANICSBURG at 285, CADEN Alexander GREGG. At 113, from MECHANICSBURG, Edeil Ramirez, Harrisburg Isaiah Sawyers.
Circle it, don't back up, circle.
shot, Asa.
Need points. Take a shot. Take a shot.
Use that elbow.
Throw the elbow.
Nice. Nice job.
Again.
Lay back. Keep circling. Cross face. Good job. Turn here, Asa. Learn something. Give me 25 seconds. You're going to cut them. Work them. Get something. 15 seconds to turn them.
Let's go.
Use
Go for
it.
it. Go for it.
Alex, come on, right here.
Use it. Circumdrive. Drive over his head. Cut him. Cut him. Ace, try to get another takedown. Takedown. To his back.
Let's go, Alex. Alex. Forward, Alex. Go, take that. Keep it.
Work. Gotta work to the takedown. Shot. Nice shot. Quick. Down. Quick two.
20 seconds. Let's go.
The side.
2.5.
Hit it. Go for it.
5 seconds.
Go for it. Feel it.
Asa, keep blowing that up. Cradle it. That's right into his knee.
I got blood on red.
Watch it. He's using that up for that cradle. Got in, over the table, drive it.
Both sides. Keep running that. Both sides.
Keep physical, let's go.
Don't be afraid to go down. Good. Let's go.
Goes back this time.
He's coming. Release the points. Pat.
Nice shot.
Pat, score. Come on, Asa.
More quickly.
Come on, Asa.
Come on, Asa. Here. There's a fake and shoot.
Let's go.
Fake and shoot.
Light feet.
Yeah.
Points.
Drive.
Drop this up.
Alex, no turn. We can't get to Alex. Alex,
Come on.
Take that in the back. Get 15. Like into his back. Let's get another.
Go. Hit it.
Go back.
And our winner from MECHANICSBURG, Edeil Ramirez. At 126, from MECHANICSBURG, Logan Leatherbaum, wrestling Harrisburg, Devon Johnson.
First shot.
Now take a shot. Take a shot.
Finish it. Bring it up. Run it. You got 20 seconds. Speed her in.
And all right. At 126, from MECHANICSBURG, Logan Neamiah. At 132, from MECHANICSBURG, League 2, wrestling Harrisburg, GREGG. At 132, from MECHANICSBURG, Nick Toole. Marcellous Thornton.
Come on, Nate.
Marcellous, your match. Look for a shot.
By here.
Pull, Marcellus.
Circle, circle, don't back up, circle.
Those hands on that leg. Go in.
Hey, wizard. There you go. Wizard. Go.
Marcellous, shot. Here you go. Look for a shot.
Almost there.
Come on, Nate. Come on, Nate.
Muscle it. Back in. Suck it back.
Don't get nervous.
Muscle it. Keep going. Can't turn here, let them up. Clear.
I told someone to let them know if they lost.
We're going neutral. One green. Shoot to finish. Shoot to finish.
Hey, coach.
Come on, Nate. Better position. Come on, Nate. on, Nate. Let's go. Score there.
Hey, that's good job. Good job. Keep it down.
At 138 for MECHANICSBURG, REID. At 145 from MECHANICSBURG, BRADY, SERINA, Western Harrisburg, RONALD Jr.
Good shot here. Go, Brady. Come on, Brady. Good shot.
Reshot there.
Keep on attacking here, Brady. Brady, let's work.
There you go, sir.
Good job. Brady, your shot. Come on, Brady. We're ducked on your hands. Look, hands. Got Brady. Hold down here, Brady. Down. They hand controlling up here. Up and out, up and out. Watch the roll. There you go. Up the score. Cut the score. Go, Brady. Go, there too.
You're good here.
Pile up some points here for us. Go down high.
Get up the title.
Fireman to
Now go. Get out of
good
title.
shot, Brady.
Come on, Brady.
Let's go, Brady.
Stop, Junior. He's going. Come on, Brady.
360 shot.
Right there. Score. Cross base.
Get up in there.
Hey, keep the cross base. Keep the cross base. Let's go!
go.
Let's go, Junior! Get out, get out, get out!
There.
Get out!
Brady. Good way, turn it. All right, Brady. Get the pin. Get a 6.
Come on, come on.
Go, Brady.
Let's stand up now. Let's go, Junior. Watch his back.
Let's go, turn it. Let's work.
Let's see another story, man.
Come on, get ready, Junior.
We'll take the down.
Edeil Ramirez.
Listen up, fellas. It's the first time in a long time we got to win at home. I wrestled here, and I ain't get a win at all my whole wrestling career. To the seniors, congratulations. You can say that you graduated and got a home win. It's been a long time coming. I'm proud of you all. Everyone
This team has turned a corner, boy. I tell you that.
Fighting hard. Listen, we overcame adversity tonight. That's why I was telling y'all in the back, we kept huddling up. Don't worry about the little stuff. Don't worry about the negativity that's going on. You gotta rise above it and believe. That's what we talk about, right?
Yes, sir.
All week, I told some of you guys, I bumped the lineup a little bit. You part of this victory tonight. You didn't wrestle one match, but because your selflessness and getting bumped out of the lineup, I bumped Neamiah to 82, you to 80, and you didn't have a spot. But you didn't fight one time, you didn't complain. Because I told you it's something bigger, it's for the team. That's what it's about tonight. I told Kent tonight as well, I said, Kent, you lost. But it just happens that sometimes you get the best kid on their team, but you didn't get pinned. We put somebody else out there, they get pinned. And guess what, we lose the match. Everybody had a key point tonight. Marcellous, you wrestled tough. Not getting pinned by that kid. That was beautiful. You fought hard. I told you before we left, going into this week, that it's going to take everybody to win this match. And that's what it did. I'm so proud of you. You fought like hell for that. I'm proud of you. You had that kid on his back, a tough kid who might be at States. And you fought hard. You're only a freshman. We're looking up. Remember, guess what? If all of us peak right now, then it doesn't matter. We're looking for February 18th, February 26th, and March 3rd, March 5th, and 6th. That's what we're looking for. That's when we want to peak. We want to peak at the right time. That's what it's all about. Tonight we took steps towards that. We'll be back at it Friday and Saturday. Let's enjoy this. It's been a long time. Seniors, go enjoy it. I'm proud of all y'all. I love y'all, coaching staff. It's been a long time. Let's go enjoy it. Yes, sir. Let's go. Believe on three. Let's break it off. Believe on three. 1, 2. Yep.
Still, man, it's your boy Big Star Raw Sports, rawsports.tv, man, here with, you know, the introduction, man, you know, bring it out to the world, Raw Sports Wrestling, man. I appreciate the invitation. If you can, for the people, just introduce yourself and, you know, your involvement with the program, how long you've been coaching, a little bit of your history real quick, okay. Then we'll get into what we're here for tonight. All
right, well, my name is Dominique Commodore. I'm the head wrestling coach here for the Harrisburg Cougars. This is my second year here for the Harrisburg Cougars. I am an alumni of Harrisburg. I graduated in 2006, so class 2006 Go Cougars. And after that, I wrestled at Messiah and coached for Messiah the last 6 years before coming back here taking over.
Gotcha.
For the Cougars.
So, talking about taking over, what does that mean to you, and what has it been like, you know, being able to come back to the program that you were a part of to give back to these kids?
Yeah, it's an honor and a privilege, honestly, to come back. When my coach called me and asked me about taking over, you know, I really didn't second guess it because I wanted to come back, you know, and try to help bring the program back and turn the corner. And I believe that, you know, we're going in the right direction.
No doubt. Tonight, senior night, and what was, you know, in addition to senior night, what was, you guys got the win tonight against Mechanicsburg.
Right, correct.
How significant was tonight at home? So tell the people about that.
Yeah, tonight was very significant. First off, when we were in the back, I told the seniors, I said, you know, tonight you have an opportunity to do something special, you know, and that is get a win at home. I graduated 2006, and that was almost 11, 12 years ago. And I know in my time we didn't win at home. And I know it's been quite some time since we've got a home victory. So I told them tonight, let's do something different and let's send these seniors out with a home victory in front of the home crowd. And it was a tight and it was a barn burner, and it came down to the last match, and Edeil Ramirez got it done with the pin and put us on top 36-38. And I'm very excited. I'm overjoyed, you know, I'm just glad to be here today.
No doubt. Well, I appreciate the invitation, man. The wrestling culture is definitely huge here in Pennsylvania. I've been anxious and wanting to get out here, man, to join you guys. You know, shout out to, first, talk to the people, man. Let the people know how important it is to get out here to support the kids. You know, tell them. You just talk about the wrestling culture here at Harrisburg, because you know, a lot when people think of Harrisburg sports, they think of football and basketball. Tell them about wrestling, man, and tell them the big stars involved, man. They got to get out here, man.
Yeah, definitely. I want to thank you. Give a big shout out to Raw Sports Big Star for coming out. You know, we've been talking during football season about getting you out here, and I'm glad we was able to get you out tonight. You know, wrestling is very big in the community and in the state of Pennsylvania. We're just trying to make it grow here, back here in Harrisburg. You know, in the 90s, Harrisburg was very good in wrestling. We have several state champs, several district champs, several state placers. You know, Junior Grandison, Mike Kahn, and back in the 70s, 60s, my coach Jesse Ross Sr., he was a state champ. So we're just trying to get that culture back. You know, believe is our theme, and we're just trying to, you know, tell everyone if you believe it, you can achieve it. And we're going towards the right step. You know, currently we have some great wrestlers. Neamiah Diggs, he's wrestles 170 for us. He's ranked in the state. He's only a junior right now, and he's ranked in the state. And our heavyweight Jeff Chisholm, he's really good. So we're just trying to work and grind, and so we can peak at the right time come sectionals, districts, and states.
No doubt. Well, God bless you, man. I look forward to more events, man. And you know, Raw Sports Wrestling is here, man.
Yeah, I'm glad to be a part of Raw Sports Wrestling. God bless you, and thanks for coming out tonight, man.
What's the deal, big dog? It's your boy Big Star Raw Sports, rawsports.tv, man. Here with my guy, man. I appreciate the invitation. You know, we've been communicating, you know, back and forth for a while, man. I'm excited to finally get out here and see you do your thing, man. I was like going crazy, like you know, being behind the camera, I can't yell, but I was snapping inside, dog. So if you can introduce yourself to the people, you know, your name, your class you're in, and give them a little bit of your history. Then we'll talk about tonight.
Neamiah Diggs. I wrestle 170. Right now, season's going great right now. I'm doing a lot of things, and it's glad to be here to get a team win right now. So it feels great, and knowing that you're a part of that. Right now, I'm a junior, so we have next year and things to do. So I'm feeling good. No doubt.
Tell me about your history. When did you first start wrestling? You know, all that.
I first started wrestling when I was I think I was like 6th, 7th grade. My brother brought me out because he wrestled.
So you're not a lifer. You haven't been wrestling all your life. No, I haven't been
wrestling all my life. I just started like my 6th grade year.
Gotcha.
And my first year, I was good. So I just kept going with it, and I just got better and better and better. And
like at what point, you know, did you realize I'm okay at this? Like what point did you realize that?
Freshman year, I was 13 and 14, but I knew that I was still good, but I knew that I didn't peak in time. So during that summer, Coach Dom, he brought me out places, and I got better and better. And as I started to go into my sophomore season and getting there and just winning and winning, I noticed that, like, hey, I can do this now. And then, you know, people start to look at you, and it's just great.
Yeah. So I know what it's like to train for basketball. I know what it's like to train for football in the off season. Tell me about wrestling training and what, you know, like, okay, you are who you are now, and I'm sure there are possibly some things that you want to improve. Like, when do you improve? How do you improve? What's your workout?
In wrestling, like in football and basketball, after you're done training, you're done. You go home, you come next day, you're training. With wrestling, it's every day. It's like every minute. When I go to sleep, when I wake up, I'm still training, because I have to check my weight. I have to make sure I'm dieting right. I have to make sure I'm mentally right. I have to make sure my grades is right. And I'm coming to practice, I'm working. You got to stay after practice. You got to do overtime. And you're leaving. You keep doing that cycle. And so that's why it's different. That's how the training is. It's a lot of intense. It's more mental than physical.
Gotcha.
When you think about wrestling.
Gotcha. Tonight, man, senior night for the senior guys. You were part of something special. Coach Dom said this is like the first home win in a long time. You know, tell me about tonight. And first day, just tell me about tonight. You know, what tonight was like for you, man.
It feels great, because like usually you have, you know, 2 or 3 guys always winning, and you know, have those star people, and it felt great to have everybody be a part of that now. It wasn't just me going out there and just beating somebody, going off and just watching my team lose. It was actually a team effort, so everybody counted, everybody made sense. So I went out there, I just went to my coach, I looked at him, he said, you know, pin him. So I just got to get it done.
Say less.
And everybody else gets it done. So it felt great to have like a team, like a bond.
Yeah.
And it felt good.
No doubt. Lastly, what type of wrestler are you? If that's a good question, like what type of wrestler are you? What's your style? If there is a style, what do you like to do? What are your strengths? You know, things you do.
From my sophomore year, I was going on my feet a lot. I was on my feet a lot. I had 79 doubles.
Yeah.
And I always had takedowns, so I'm really on my feet a lot, and I'm aggressive, explosive, and being real poised at times, because sometimes I can have a temper.
Yeah.
So I got to be real poised in times, and it got me through a lot.
Gotcha.
And, yeah. And being humble. I noticed from like my freshman year, I was big-headed, because they knew I was good. I knew I was good at that point. So
That got a backfire on you.
Yeah, so it went from getting knocked out of sectionals first round to, you know, the blood round, the districts to go to states, that one last match. So
yeah,
it feels great. And knowing this last year and you being so close, so I feel like I need to be more poised. I'm more humble now, and it feels great.
No doubt.
To like be a part of this. Like I keep saying, be a part of this because my team's finally, you know, peeked through. So it feels good. So I would say I'm more like poised, but I'm more not a defensive wrestler, but offense. I always try to work my offense, and I'm gonna keep going forward. Gotcha. So that's the type of wrestler I would say.
Gotcha. That's what's up, man. Well, Big Star is here, man. You know, Raw Sports Wrestling is officially born today with the Harrisburg Cougars, man. You know, I appreciate the invitation again, and shout out Raw Sports, man. Talk to the people. Shout out Big Star. Raw Sports,
man. They're good. I like him. He's a good guy. He comes out through all the sports, and he's doing a lot for the community. So Raw Sports, he's a good guy, good quality. Subscribe to him on YouTube too.
No doubt.